Damn it!
Swear jar.
The swear jar is all the money we have to send you to college, so you should be happy I curse.
Well, if you can curse, then we all can curse. Is that what you want?
For the next minute only, you can curse.
Then Harry balls.
Zach, so good to meet you. I loved the film.
Thank
We
you.
were just talking about, I'm man enough now to admit, because you've empowered me, that I cried the entire film. It destroyed me the entire time.
Thank you. I mean, it's such a funny thing. I've been traveling the country screening the movie, and I watch the audience, and it is funny, because obviously it's funny, but it goes without saying there's some emotion in the movie, and it's funny how it's just a societal thing. I watch how men have to hide the fact that they're crying in a movie. They do these like weird. I watch all these weird moves, like my cheek is itchy. Or like, oh, there's something on my shirt.
Right.
Whereas women just let it flow.
The strategic blink and look away. And,
I love a good movie cry. I feel good.
No, it really hit home for me. I mean, it really, and it wasn't even the sad parts. It was the beautiful parts. It was the soulful parts. It was how much he loved his daughter.
Yeah.
The relationship with his wife is my relationship with mine. And you never see that. You see the histrionics and they split up and stupid. And this was so genuine. I like, and I'd like to talk about some of the things that were in the film. Like, for example, you call upon so many different, very 21st century things.
Yeah.
The need to reinvent yourself, spirituality, what direction are we going to go in when we raise our kids, being a parent, losing a parent. What was the spark that really made you feel like I need to tell this story?
When I worked with Garden State, I just decided to write what I was feeling. I was a 25-year-old, fresh out of school filmmaker, and I sort of tried to take the temperature of what I was thinking, what my friends were thinking, the things we would talk about when we were sitting around, either worrying or laughing, and then I built that story around that. And so with this, and I wrote it with my brother Adam, we did the same thing. He said, well, what are people we know talking about? What are they thinking about? And no one's making a movie about a lot of these things. The search for spirituality when you don't have the faith of an organized religion. How do you deal with death? What do you teach your kids? This idea of trying to raise kids in this tough economy, and how long are you allowed to go after your dream when you have the responsibility to feed these young faces, and how to deal with the concept of losing a parent when you don't have when you're a secular person. So all that was just rampant amongst our friends and our family and us, and so that's what we wrote.
I think that's why I related to it so much, is because that's kind of like, I'm in my 40s, and so all of our friends, we're all losing our parents, and we're all going through these things that these characters are going through.
Yeah.
Very, very real.
Thank you.
I'd love to talk about the Kickstarter aspect of this,
sure.
because as I understand it, and I thought it was actually kind of ironical, your character is bumping up against tradition in a fictional sense, and yet at the same time, you kind of went through that trying to make the film, too.
I love it. I love that you said that, because that is really true. The character, one of the things the film is about is challenging the status quo. It's all about, this is the way it's been done, but how are we going to do it? And I feel that in our generation. My brother's 49 and I'm 39, so we're spanning some sort of the 30s and the 40s. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of I know that's how our parents did it, but I don't want to do it that way. What if I did it this way? And that dovetails really nicely with the crowdfunding thing. It was a giant experiment. It said, I know that that's not how it's done, but what if it was? And I know that everyone's saying it's not going to work, and everyone doubted that it would ever work with a new project. It had worked before with known entities, like Veronica Mars said, we're going to make a movie of a TV show. But no one had really done it on this scale with a new title. And so when it worked, it was so, in 48 hours, it was so amazing. And so it was really, really exciting and thrilling to sort of roll the dice.
And to get to make the movie that you wanted to make.
Yeah.
Too. I mean, that's got to be completely satisfying at a creative level.
Yeah, because of my fans, this film is the truest incarnation of what my brother and I wanted to say. It didn't get put through a corporation. It didn't get through banker financiers. It didn't get adjusted because of test screenings. It is a pure version of what we wanted to say, and I'm really proud of that.
I would say as a content creator and as a storyteller, it's a very exciting time now with a lot of, video on demand and crowdfunding and just being able to make your statement,
Yeah, I mean, there's all the models are changing. I mean, it's like when iTunes came out and like the music industry was up for, it's like, Napster and all that. It was like that mayhem of like all the rules are off.
Right.
Like, what is the music industry now?
Right.
That's happening for film in lots of ways now and TV because it's just as easy to click on Netflix as it is a network.
Right.
And so all of a sudden, you have House of Cards becoming a show that everyone's talking about, and it's not on television. I mean, television as we know it, and that's such an exciting time. And I think self-distribution is on the horizon. I think being able to invest in a film like it's a stock and actually seeing a financial upside, if the SEC ever makes that legal, is something that could be on the horizon. I think everything's up for grabs. It's a pretty exciting time.
It is indeed. And I wish you the best of luck. And as I said, it got to me. It's going to get to others.
I hope
Great
so.
film.
Thank
Great
you,
film.
man.
Thank you, sir.
When we were kids, my brother and I used to pretend that we were heroes, the only ones who could save the day. But maybe we're just the regular people, the ones who get saved.